Changes International, changing lives for the better. Our vision is to be a transformative platform that exposes lies and reveals the truth. Mind Changes International, we on a mission, masking the falsehoods with every new edition. We're here to enlighten your mind with this vibration, expose the lies, speaking truth, normal conversations. Mind Changes International, we on a mission, masking the falsehoods.
Welcome to Mind Changes Podcast. I'm your host, Lamar Blakney. Listen, we have a really good episode for you guys tonight. Empowering your health. Listen, the mind, body, and spirit connection. Good evening, everybody. I'm glad y'all tuning in and welcome to another episode of Mind Changes Podcast, where we expose the lies to reveal the truth. And tonight, people, we're talking about one of the most valuable assets you ever possess, your health. See, many people spend their entire lives chasing money, success, titles, and possessions only to discover when their health begins to fail, none of those things matter nearly as much as they thought. So the truth is this, people, that health is more than the absence of sickness. Health is having the energy to pursue your purpose. So let me stop this right quick. Listen, like I said, we're having a great episode. You know, health is having the strength to love your family. Health is having the clarity to make wise decisions. Health is having the endurance to fulfill an assignment God has placed on your life. And people, unfortunately, many people are trying to fix their bodies without first addressing their mind. Because we live in a society where people are overloaded with information but starving for transformation. See, we know what to do, but often struggle to do it. Why is that? I'm glad y'all asked. Because behavior follows belief. Your life will never consistently outgrow your thinking or outperform your thinking. If you believe you're defeated, you'll act defeated. If you believe you're broken, you will live broken. If you believe your health doesn't matter, you will neglect the very good thing God entrusted you with. See, the mind is the command center of life. Every habit begins with a thought. And listen, y'all, I got somebody that's coming on this podcast tonight that's going to help us with this conversation, because every decision begins with a thought. Every success begins with a thought. Every failure begins with a thought. So tonight, we're going to discuss how mindset directly affects our health and how changing our thinking can help change our lives. And to help us unpack this important conversation tonight, people, we are joined by board-certified holistic health practitioner and neuropathic doctor, Dr. Daniel Ellison. Welcome, Dr. Calvin Ellison. Sorry about that. Welcome to the Mind Changes family, sir.
Man, I'm excited to be on your podcast.
Yes, I'm excited to have you. I'm excited to have you. Listen, it's been a long time since we've actually been in the same atmosphere, man. So how has life been treating you?
Evolving, constantly evolving, no grass growing under my feet.
I like to hear that. Listen, for y'all watching, Dr. Ellison, Chief Apostle Dr. Ellison, him and his wife and Dr. My brain just slipped.
Judy.
Dr. Judy. Yeah.
Sure.
They were assisting me and my wife in our ordination. It's been a long time ago. With Dr. Frederick Best, they assisted with the ordination of her and I becoming elders. So I remember that, man. I have photos, I have pictures of that. So let's get down to the meat. Listen, for our viewing audience, first of all, let me tell y'all, if you want to be a part of this conversation tonight, if you're on YouTube, all you got to do is chime in. You can ask the doctor any question you want. But before we do that, we have to take out the trash. Y'all know how we do on Mind Changes Podcast. So let's get this disclaimer out of the way. The views expressed in the Mind Changers podcast are intended for informational purposes only and do not reflect the opinions of any organization. We aim to foster thoughtful dialogue and we do not promote discrimination or misinformation. Listeners' discretion is advised. It's about to play over y'all, but I'm sorry I stepped on my pedal. Yes, we're back. So, Dr. Ellison, share with our viewers what you do in your profession.
Well, Lamar, I am as you mentioned, a board certified holistic healthcare practitioner. So I come at health from a holistic standpoint,
Okay.
meaning it's not just what I eat. It's not just what we drink. It's not just what we think. All of those are inclusive, but we need to approach this thing from a holistic standpoint. Why? Because I'm more than just what I eat or just what I think. My relationships are important. My dreams are important. My connections are important. So we approach it from a holistic standpoint with this intent to help people protect, empower, and promote their health. We could be on one of those words for a while.
Yeah, he said protect.
Protect, empower,
Mm-hmm.
and promote our health.
And that's valuable because every time, doctor, every time I go to the Bible, and this is how I got on this Mind Changers movement. Jesus would always say things like, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he."
Oh yeah,
All things are possible to he who believes. He was referring to a mindset.
he was.
He was referring to a mindset. And so
Mhm.
I got a quick question for you. Doctor, many people, I have a speech impairment, so you'll catch me every time. All right. Many people think health begins in the gym or in the kitchen. Why do you believe health actually begins in the mind?
Well, I believe it begins in the mind, Lamar, because we came out of somebody's mind.
Hold it. No, man, you can't just slide that past me. You got to say that again.
We are the product of our Creator's mind,
Mm.
His brilliant mind. And if it was His mind that produced me and that saw the wherewithal to sustain me, why wouldn't health in every area of our lives begin in our thinking? The wisest man that ever lived said it's not good that the soul or the mind be without knowledge.
Mm.
Everything we see speaks to us. It's knowledge. The tree, full of knowledge. The
Wow.
whale, full of knowledge. And it's amazing too, I'll tell you, Lamar, everything we eat is information too.
No, I believe that. I truly believe that. And I want to say this. There's an intelligence, and this is where people should really, really focus on Yahweh. There is an intelligence he placed in our body that doesn't need our participation to keep us alive.
No, it doesn't.
It
No.
runs our heart, it runs our brain, our liver, our kidneys. I can go on and on. There's an intelligence that will even heal us like magic. Our bodies are perfectly and wonderfully made by the Creator. And I believe this, doctor, the quality of your life is often determined by the quality of your thinking. See, a healthy mind usually produces healthy decisions. Health is not simply what happens to you, health is often the result of what you repeatedly choose.
Oh man, I love that. I love that.
Repeatedly choose.
Yeah. You show me a healthy mind, I'll show you somebody who responds positively, even to the negative.
Positively to the negative. I like that. I like that.
And
So
knowledge is critically important. Yes, it is.
yeah. So doctor, what inspired you? Because as a doctor, you can choose so many professions, right? You can choose so many practices, but your practice is about holistic living. what drew you to becoming a practitioner dealing with the holistic side?
A friend of mine gave me a book back in the 90s, a book,
Hmm.
knowledge, information. When I got that book, it was like my burning bush experience.
Wow.
Man, it set me aflame. I went out and bought over $400 worth of books, and the
Wow.
desire intensified. I was led by God to a health food store sometime after that, looked on the back wall and saw this term in this frame, naturopathic doctor. I'm like, what is that? Never even heard of it before.
Wow.
Got in the program, became a natural, went through the schooling, got the naturopathic degree, and guess what happened?
What?
The desire intensified.
Wow.
Got into a certification program as a nutritional consultant, completed it. Going back to the mind,
Hmm.
it starts with the mind. After I completed it, the desire intensified. That was over 30 years ago.
Wow.
And I'm still learning what I didn't know I didn't know. After 30 years, I'm like, what? As you mentioned earlier, this thing is so uniquely and brilliantly
Hmm.
and dynamically made to where
Wow.
I'm still chasing that rabbit of information
Wow.
of how we can better ourselves with the aim to help us protect, empower, and I want to dwell on that
Hmm.
empower for a moment, and promote their health. But let's go back to that empower,
Okay.
because empower is broken down into EM and power, meaning that we were all given a life by our parents, but what they do from day one, they put some EM onto the life that they produced. EM meaning to invest into, to put something into something.
Hmm.
So they began to put something into the life that they produced, and they did it right up until the time we leave home. They were inputting or empowering into our lives.
Wow. Wow. Let me ask you this. So my daughter was going to school to be a doctor. And after she realized doctors don't heal, they treat, she was like, Daddy, I can't do it. She
Hmm.
says, Daddy, I cannot do it. And I was a little disappointed because since she was a little girl, that's what she wanted to be, a doctor. And when she realized that, and when I say this, if you're a doctor out there, don't come at me with no scalpel, don't chase me down the street with your stethoscope. Doctors give medicine, right? Medicine for me. Now, anybody that takes prescription drugs, I'm not telling you not to do what you are doing, because I just think different. I believe the reason the body reacts and have side effects because an intruder has entered into this intelligent system that we call the body, and it says, "Hey, he got to get out." So guess who gets affected? Something in your body gets affected by that, and the body is telling you, "Get this thing out of me." It's not natural, because I believe this, sir. We was created from the ground, and what we must ingest must come from the ground.
Well, I love what you said because I say it this way.
Uh huh.
Same thing. If the chemical makeup, because we are chemical factories,
Mm-hmm.
if the chemical makeup of what I put in or on doesn't match the chemical makeup of my biological makeup,
Mm-hmm.
sooner or later there's going to be problems. So give me what, or the products of where I came from. We came from the ground.
That's right.
So if we give ourselves stuff that came from a plant versus stuff that was made in a plant, we're going to tend to be healthy.
Yeah.
But you said something that triggered a thought
Uh huh.
that Edison said, what, about 100 years ago. And I'm not telling anybody to go off their meds as you come off their meds as you did. But I love the statement that one of the most brilliant inventors gave us.
Mm-hmm.
He said the doctors of the future will not interest their patients in medications, but in the knowledge of the body, how the body was designed, how it was made, so that
Mm-hmm.
the body itself, paraphrasing his words, can be its own doctor. if we give it what it was designed to have and keep it subjected to an enabling
Mm-hmm.
environment.
Mm-hmm. And you know, I believe this. There are 4 blood types. So when doctors are prescribing something to a patient, certain blood types are affected by certain things. That's why certain diets don't work with certain people. I have a
Mhm.
book called Eat by Your Type, and I might be saying it not correctly, but eat per your type, meaning that if I'm O positive, I need to find the things that affect an O positive blood type. If I'm negative, I need to find out the things that affect the negative, because all of our bodies are not created equal by blood type. That's why we have different blood types. I have the book. I wish I would have brought it up here. It's called Eat Per Your Type. Have you ever heard of it, sir?
Oh, yes, I sure have.
Gotcha.
Well, and
Yeah.
it makes, I don't know all of what's there. I've read it so many
Hmm.
years ago. But you don't feed a lion the same thing you feed a bird, because
Yes, sir.
he's not going to be that beast if he's not on his particular diet.
That's
But
correct.
now the bird is different. The gorilla is different.
Hmm.
So I see where you're coming from concerning the blood type.
Yeah. So I got a question for you. How much damage can chronic stress cause to the human body, and why do you so many people underestimate it?
Well, stress, sustained stress over a period of time, is going to weaken the immune system.
Hmm.
It's like the body is now beginning to fight against itself,
Hmm.
like some autoimmune diseases that we have. When that stress, we can't get away from stress, all right? It's going to be there in some degree. We're talking about this stress to where, oh my God, it is really beginning to weigh on my ability to think properly,
Hmm.
my ability to relate with people. People are like, well, where are you at? You seem like you're spaced out. That's that undue stress that is not being managed properly. It will pull the immune system down. And
Wow.
if you notice, when a person is under that, they don't feel like eating. So the brain is being affected. It's like I can't get the food down. So my second brain
Hmm.
down here, our immune system is made up of mainly 2 dimensions: what's up here and what's down here in the stomach area.
Got you.
80% of our immune system is in the gut area, the other 20% is in the brain. But when stress is overloading the system,
Hmm.
I don't think clearly. I don't want to eat like I used to eat. So it can be like what they say about high blood pressure,
Yeah.
a silent killer.
Yeah. And I believe this, doctor. Stress causes your body to go into fight and flight mode and knocks you out of homeostasis. And when
Yes.
it does that, we can't live in a stressful environment for long periods of time. I'm gonna give you an example. So there's a gazelle sitting there eating grass. And when that gazelle lifts up and he sees a predator coming, now fight or flight jumps in. His adrenaline kicks in and give him a certain level of strength that he has never had until that point. And it's only for a specific period of time so that he can flee. After he flees, he goes back to eating the grass. Now he's back in homeostasis. And
Yeah.
that's what happened with us with stress from when I studied. Because I said, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to be educated when I talk with the doctor. Because stress is one of the few enemies that can attack every system in the body at the same time. And many people, doctor, carry so many burdens they were never designed to carry. And what happens is the body eventually reveals what the mind refuses to release.
Ooh, that's powerful. That is powerful. Yeah, the body is going to manifest what the mind constantly thinks. Some years ago in my studies, we found out that doctors were telling certain patients, well, I don't see anything physically wrong with you. Then they tapped over into the side of information that says, oh, your problems are coming from a psychological standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going through? What's going on in your life? And this is why when I consult with people, I want to know what's going on in your world. I don't want to know just what you eat and just what you drink and how much you're exercising. I want to know what is going on in your world, because if that stress stays there,
Mm-hmm.
sustained, what it's going to do, Brother Lamar, is push the body over into an acidic condition.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be homeostatic. So when it remains in that high acidic condition, inflammation is going to start showing up.
Wow.
Inflammation is, like we would say in football, the pulling guard to disease.
Got you.
Inflammation usually leads the way, in other words, for disease manifestation. So
Wow.
it's important that we manage our world, keep stress under, keep people out who are toxic
Mm-hmm.
to our thinking, making sure that we're eating foods that don't stress us, that the body goes into a mode of saying, well, you know what? Now, Master, you gave me this item, but it doesn't match our makeup. So
Mm-hmm.
now I'm going to have to go into overdrive in order to deal with this substance that you put in my body. And if we continuously put stuff like that in our body, from the physiological side, now we're stressing the body at the physical level.
Wow.
Because we're intertwined, it's going to back up to the mental level as well.
Yeah. And you know, when I think about the enemy, he's not after our bodies, people. First of
No.
all, he wants to make God out of a liar. When the Bible says that he come to give us life and give it more abundantly. He wants to make God out of a liar when he says, by his stripes we are healed. So the enemy wants to attack your thinking. He wants to attack your mind. He wants you to believe that there's a condition that you have that you really don't have. And you really get the condition based off of certain fruits you eat. Like you got the fruits of the spirit, love, joy, peace, you know all of them. Then you got the fruits of Satan's spirit, hate, jealousy, envy. People don't know, doctor, that hate, most people who live with hate be diagnosed with a prognosis of cancer.
Yes.
Go and
Yes.
look it up, people. Hate will make you sick. It will bring a disease unto your body because it is the fruit of a spirit, but not the fruit of God's spirit. It's a fruit of Satan's spirit. And see, unresolved emotional pain, trauma, unforgiveness, this stuff affects our physical health. And some people, doctor, carry so much emotional weight that is heavy, that is heavier than any physical weight they've ever lifted. And because the body often express what the heart suppresses. Health is not only physical, doctor, it is emotional. Health is not only mental, it is spiritual as well. And so people, an unhealthy mind is just as bad as cancer.
Man, that is so powerful. And we've got to remember, as you were talking then about what I'm thinking, expressing itself in the body, we are the physical expression of what God thought.
That's right.
And when he thought to bring us into existence, he wasn't grudgingly bringing us into existence. It would have shown up in our physiology. No, he was happy about producing us. I said all that to say, so it is when we're living life. We've got to strive. We've got to endeavor to stay in what I love Romans 15 and 13 says. Now the God of hope filled us with joy and peace in believing, so that my believing that's going on up here in the mind and heart area can show me a picture of something greater than the experience that I'm going through.
Gotcha.
So that I don't eat the negative fruit of my experience. I eat something positive out of it, because we get to choose what we eat out of life circumstances. But if I keep feasting, like you were sharing, on all that negative fruit of Satan's kingdom, oh yeah, you are so true. Bitterness will create heart disease. Like you were sharing about the other one that creates cancer. And we found out physiologically that these different emotions affect different organs of the body.
Wow.
So
Wow.
if you get arthritis, go around and be bitter against you.
Yeah. And listen, I
So,
want to clean this up. If you're a person that's dealing with cancer, I'm not saying you have hate.
no,
Okay, because I want to clear that up. Because as I started doing this podcast, I learned I'm responsible for what I say, and I
sure.
try to always think about what it is that I am saying to our audience, and I don't want to pass by and make someone think that, oh, he's saying because I got cancer, I'm an angry person. Sometimes we get diseases because uh, diabetes running my family. My daddy had diabetes. My mama had diabetes. My grandmama died from cancer. There it is. That belief. That belief. Now, I'm not a doctor, but I'm gonna say what I believe when they say things are hereditary. Can I share that with you?
Oh, absolutely.
So I don't believe in things being hereditary. This is what I believe. You are a genetic makeup of your mom and your dad. And if you possess the same habits and the same eating habits they had, what made them sick will make you sick. That's
Yeah.
not hereditary. That is a bad practice.
Yes.
Because the same thing that will affect your daddy, and if the son picks up those same habits, it's going to happen to him. It doesn't make it hereditary. It means genetically y'all shouldn't be eating that.
Come on. Well, this podcast is mind changers.
Yes,
If
sir.
what you said is not true, then we would have to take Romans chapter 12, verse 1 and 2 out.
Come on, hit me with it.
Because the Bible lets us know to be transformed by the renewing of the mind.
That's
Just
right.
because thoughts a certain thing doesn't mean I have to think that.
Yeah.
We say in the naturopathic world that your genes are your tendency, not your destiny.
Mm.
So I
Yeah.
don't have to go by what daddy went by. I can change my mind. I can change my diet. I don't have to die of what other relatives died in my family of. It doesn't have to happen. But the mind has got to change.
Yeah.
Monkey, monkey do. If
Yeah.
I keep doing the same thing that led Uncle Bobo to the grave early, then I'm going to reap the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So let me ask you this, doctor. So you have clients, right, that come to you who wants to be put on a holistic diet. Correct me if I'm saying something wrong, because I tried to study as much as I could. So I want to,
Sure.
be well versed when I'm having this conversation with you. Do you have any testimonies of individuals who came to you with chronic illnesses, and now their life is totally different?
I have one customer that comes to mind, had
Okay.
prostate cancer. Somehow he got in contact with me, gave him a short consultation, got him on a particular product. He goes back to the doctor. The doctor is like, "What are you doing? I don't need to see you for the next 6 months."
Wow.
The guy was a happy camper, and he's ordering the. He was for a time. Now he's over it, and
Wow.
he's now living in another state. But he was ordering the product from the consultation that I gave him, which was nothing more than giving him what his body was made of, and the guy was a happy camper.
Wow. Man, I got to put you in touch with Apostle Matthew Tillery. He does an amazing, when I say he does an amazing episode on talking about the issues of prostate cancer. And I'm gonna make sure before when we get off it, I get you in touch with Apostle Matthew Tillery, because that's one of his missions. He's been actually doing a lot of consulting and bringing people on his podcast. And I'll say this on his podcast about prostate cancer. I'll say this: have you ever heard of the Joe Tippin story?
No, I've never heard that story.
Okay, I'm gonna send you something. There's a guy from Wake Forest. Now, people, listen to me. I'm not suggesting you do anything. So I'm gonna give it this disclaimer. I'm not suggesting you do anything that I'm talking about. Do your own research. But if you want me to send you this information, I will send it. I'm not sending advice. I'm sending information. All right. There's a guy in Wake Forest who was diagnosed with cancer in his upper colon, in his upper digestive tract. It was in his lymph nodes. His brother gave him fenbendazole and ivermectin. and we know that's a dewormer. Gave it to
Yes.
him. The doctor told him, go home, die. He's still alive with 0 cancer. I can't explain how it worked for him, but there's been a lot of testimonies. And when it comes to medicine, this is what I found out. There will be people who will defend that path than the path that man took. But what you cannot deny, that this man had stage 4 cancer, and now this man has 0 cancer. That's what you can't deny. So if anybody that's interested in that video, I will send it. I'm not giving you advice. I'm just pointing you to some information that came across my desk that has helped this man. And then Joe Tippins, he had bone cancer. He had cancer all over his body, and he did the same regimen, and he is still alive, cancer-free. Just sharing this information. If you're interested in the videos, I will send it to you, but I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just sending you information.
Lamar, the thing that gets me
Mhm.
is that the God who had a remedy for the cancer or the disease of sin, you mean to tell me he doesn't have even natural remedies to get rid of high blood pressure
That's right.
or some of these other ordeals?
Mhm.
So we have to stay open-minded to the fact that all things are possible.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And what you shared about that brother is
Mhm.
part of evidence.
You know what? I should have brought that video up here. You know what? We'll have to have part 2. I'm gonna put this video up. I should have put the video up here. And somebody watching this may know this guy that he live right 30, 45 minutes away. So I got another question for you before we get sidetracked.
Okay.
Doctor, what daily habits would you recommend that people can begin immediately to improve both mental, and their physical health?
Okay. From the mental side, have some me time,
Okay.
self-care. And it's not being selfish, it's being strategic.
Okay.
I need to have some time every day to where I block out all of that for my mental state and focus on what is going to make me happy. Focus on what's going to help me evolve. So I
Mhm.
think that's particularly important, particularly in a world like we're living in now with so much information, so much stuff coming at us. We
Mhm.
need to block off some time to where I'm not going to let YouTube have my mind. I'm not going to let Facebook have my mind. No, I'm just going to get still. If I got to sit out in the backyard and watch the trees, it's going to be relaxation time as far as my mind is concerned. That's
Gotcha.
something to start. If it's no more than 3 to 5 minutes. And then the body's 2/3 water, not 2/3 soda.
Mm.
So if you're only drinking 2 glasses of water a day, something that you can start today or tomorrow,
Mhm.
start drinking 3 and increase it up to whatever your body weight is, cut in half and convert it into ounces to
Mm.
get close to what your body weight is in ounces. So I weigh 150 pounds.
Mhm.
I lost 80, I lost 30 some pounds over the last few years. And my struggle now is I'm trying to gain 5 pounds, Brother Blakely.
I got
People
something
are
I
like,
can give
what?
you.
People say, yeah, that's what people tell me. Look, I've got something I can give you,
I
but
got
I'm
some.
so ready on it. But those simple things, if
Mhm.
you're not drinking but 2 cups of water, let's increase that. And there's a way you can do it to where you can enjoy it and
Yeah.
give the body extra benefits. So those are 2 things that I would say. Increase your water intake. If you're only eating 2 vegetables a day, go get another one and add another one to your daily diet regimen. Take those small steps
Mhm.
instead of trying to take those big steps. Like what we do during the new year. Well, here's my New Year resolution.
Yeah.
They're with us for 1 week and then it's gone.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we're trying to do too much in a short period of time. Take the small steps.
Yeah.
Just the small steps. Go to bed maybe 5 minutes earlier than
Mhm.
what you usually do, or 10 minutes earlier than what you usually do. Small steps.
Yeah. What I'm hearing you. Yeah. what I'm hearing you say, doctor, is that success is rarely created by one big decision. It's usually built through thousands of small decisions repeated consistently. That's what I'm hearing you say. Healthy habits create healthy outcomes. And
Exactly.
and,
Yeah.
and we as a people, we as individuals who want to live a long time have to start making these important decisions. So I got another question for you. How important is sleep, rest, and recovery to our overall health?
Oh man, it is as important as what I drink,
Hmm.
what I eat, and my exercise. Because it's like the airplane. It
Hmm.
can't stay out there in the air forever. It's got to come down and be
Yes, sir.
up, refueled, and so forth, cleaned up. The human body is the same way. Sleep is so critical, particularly those hours between 10 and 2, 10 p.m.
Hmm.
and 2 a.m. It's been said actually that the more hours before 12 are double the value of the hours after 12.
Wow.
Now, this is important because there are hormones that are released at a certain time frame. You can feel them kicking in somewhere, I think that melatonin, somewhere around 9:30ish,
Okay.
9:45, it starts kicking in to help take you there in sleep. All right. So between the particularly we found out between 10 and 2, those guys are released. Now you might say, well, I'm not going to go to bed until 2:30 in the morning and maybe sleep up to 8:30.
Hmm.
You're not going to get the value of what the body was going to renew because those hours of when those hormones are released, they've already passed. Now you can still lay down and maybe get some rest, but that recovery, that rejuvenation, the body flushing certain things out of the mind, they occur. It occurs in between those hours of where those hormones are released. So it's
Yeah.
not like they're released at 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, the biological clock, what we call the circadian rhythm,
Hmm.
releases these hormones between certain hours. So this sleep and rest is extremely important. We
Gotcha.
found out that diabetes, cancer, a lot of times occurs because people have for years neglected quality sleep.
Wow. And you know what?
It didn't come from diet.
Yeah, it's like a
It's,
battery. It's like a battery. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You finished. I didn't want to
yeah,
cut you off, sir. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's
no,
like a
no,
battery. You know, if you get your cell phone and you start overcharging your battery or don't charge it right, it won't optimize correctly. And so many people think rest is weakness. Rest is actually wisdom.
it's wisdom.
Even God established a principle of rest. See,
Yes.
we cannot heal while constantly operating in survival mode or I gotta do mode. And listen, I'm bad at it. Man, I'm like a energized bunny. I don't know what kind of energy God gave me, but I get on my wife's last nerve. She said, "You won't sit still. You won't." I was like that when I was little. Um, back when I was growing up, I was born in the '60s. I'm a '60 baby. Um, they would give children volume to calm them down. They didn't have this stuff that they have now. They would
No.
give kids something different. They were like, my mom was like, leave that. And she said, I'm not giving him nothing. Let him run till his tongue hang out. It's natural. And man, I would come in the house sweating. She was like, sit down. And it was like, I don't know. I got my engine is. When you young, you don't know what tired is.
No, no, you don't.
Tired don't exist when you're young. So let me ask you a question. What role do purpose and hope play in us maintaining good health?
Oh man, because it's coming through that psychological, that imaginative
Hmm.
dimension of us. If I can't see better, see a better future, if I'm stuck in, oh my God, I'm going through this and I'm going through that, and I don't see any way out, any
Uh huh.
hope, I'm pressing the system, I'm suppressing my creativity. It's like living in a house with no lights on and all the walls are black.
Wow.
You know how oppressing, suppressing that's going to be to your psychology.
Wow.
Hope so critically important. If it wasn't, why would he say I'm the God of hope?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the God of hope. He understands what hope does to the physical body.
Mm-hmm.
Solomon said a statement like this. He said, hope deferred makes the heart sick.
Mm.
The heart, the imagination. When we think heart, we have to think imagination as well. Hope deferred, or if I don't have any hope, then my heart, out of my heart flow the issues, the virtues of life. That
Absolutely.
heart, that imaginative capacity that the heart, so to speak, is connected to, virtues, energies flow out of that. So with no hope, I'm going to suppress my hormones.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if the growth hormones are trying to express themselves, I'm going to stunt my growth. Now, that happens physiologically, but
Mm-hmm.
it happens psychologically too. If I
Wow.
don't have any hope, man, let me tell you something. A person with no hope can't see a way out, can become very dangerous to themselves first and foremost,
Wow. Wow.
and to others too. How many times have we heard, unfortunately, cases to where the family was in so much debt, the husband didn't see any way out,
Mm-hmm.
and he did something drastic.
Yeah.
You know, hope is extremely important to the health of every dimension of us: spirit, mind, and body.
Wow. Wow. You know,
Let me say, Lamar, if I can say it like this too,
uh-huh.
from the hope perspective. I was in South Africa, and I was teaching in this medical establishment,
Okay.
about 12 hospitals, and they had workers from those 12 different hospitals. And my colleague mentioned something I hadn't heard before:
Okay.
psycho neuro immunology.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, psycho meaning the mind,
Mm-hmm.
neuro meaning the nervous system, which is a major communicative system in the body. Psycho neuro immunology, meaning what I think, my outlook on life is going to affect my nervous system, that's going to affect my immune system.
Wow. Wow. That's deep. That's deep. And you know, a lot of us, when when we when we think about the heart, we grab our chest. But what God's talking about, what flows out of the heart, He's talking about what flows out of the mind. The
Mind.
mind is the heart. This thing is just,
Mhm.
this thing can be affected by the mind. That's why somebody says she broke my heart. No, they broke your mind.
Mhm.
And your mind
Yeah.
affected your heart.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
the heart doesn't think. It's an organ. It
Come
doesn't
on.
have the ability to think. But your mind, it flows out of the heart. See, people who sometimes, how can I say, people who have something to live for often discover strength they never knew they possessed.
Man, come on.
Because I believe I hope killed hope. See, you got to have hope, but don't say I hope, because I hope is the cancer to hope. I hope killed hope.
Man,
Get
say
me?
that again. Give me that again.
Okay. We have to have hope. But whenever I hope come in, I hope killed hope, because I hope don't believe in hope. I hope says I'm hoping for this. Hope says hope is hoping for it, but I hope kill hope. Because I hope is saying, I hope God bless me. I hope God do this for me. Because when you put that I in there, you bring you take the hope out of it. When you
Yeah.
say, man, you know what? I'm hoping for a miracle. I'm hoping for a blessing. But when you say, I hope he do this for me, I hope I get this job, I hope I live long. See, when you use I hope that way, I hope killed hope.
I see what you're saying. And
See,
that's important
yeah,
that we don't do that, because the scripture let us know Abraham hoped against hope. He used hope from another angle, another dimension,
mhm.
and it changed his body, because he believed in, through that hope that God gave him, that overrid what his physical circumstances were saying,
Mhm.
and it did something in his physical body. But another thing that we oftentimes share from the
Mhm.
holistic standpoint is this: every cell in our bodies come to the attention of our thoughts.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100% true. Absolutely.
Goes back to what a man thinks in his heart, in his mind.
Yeah. This is why I
Yeah.
believe hope gives meaning to suffering. Hope gives purpose to direction to effort. Hope gives people a reason to keep moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what hope does.
Yeah.
I
And
hope.
now going back to something you said earlier,
Uh-huh.
that's a easy practice that we can put into place on a daily basis.
Hmm.
There's one window that I go to when I'm opening the blinds and stuff in the morning. In this particular window, when I go to it to open the blinds in the back of the house, I
Uh-huh.
use that window to make this statement. Father, I acknowledge you as the God of hope.
Mm.
That's the first one of the first things I want to bring out of my heart and my mind toward him. You're the God of hope because I'm looking to you to feed me hope this day. So
Mm.
you're the God of hope who fills me and fills us again this day with joy and peace in believing so I can increase in hope. He
Wow.
doesn't tell oftentimes what happens physiologically to us. He just trusts that we're going to do and trust in what he said, right?
Wow. Yeah.
But everything that God says has something to do with not just our spirit, but our minds and our bodies. Because every
Wow.
word of God affects what, as the Bible says, sharper than a two-edged sword,
Mm-hmm.
piercing under to the dividing of the thoughts. Go to that mind area. And that's why I love your podcast so much. Mind changes, because
Absolutely. Yes,
it all
sir.
starts there.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. If you could leave our mind-changing audience with 3 health principles that could transform their lives, what would that be? Now, before you answer it, I want to say this. This may be the most important question of the night because information without application changes nothing. Transformation happens when knowledge becomes action. So I'm going to ask you that question again. If you could leave our audience with 3 healthy principles that could transform their lives, what would they be?
Number one, when it comes down to what I intake,
Mm-hmm.
if it comes in a box, a can, a package, or if it just simply has a label on it,
Mm-hmm.
read the label. So read the label would be the first thing that I would say. Read the label. Know what you're bringing into the house.
Wow.
That is critically important. I talk to my food. I'm still on principle number one. I
Mm-hmm.
talk to my food. I ask my food, who raised you?
Ooh.
Where were you raised? How were you raised?
Mm.
With what were you raised? And how far, how long did you have to travel to get to my table? Still on the principle number one.
That's deep.
Read the label. Know what you're bringing in.
Wow, that's deep.
Number two, which is actually be principle number one, don't stop searching for information when it comes down to your health. Your health is your number one wealth. The best way to protect your number one wealth is through knowledge. Knowledge is a protector. I can
Mm-hmm.
only do better when I know better.
Wow.
So read the label. Don't stop learning. Read a book. Look at a YouTube or something. But
Mm-hmm.
stay engaged in learning about this magnificent vehicle.
Wow.
And then I'll give you number three, which I really might think needs to be number one. Go back to the manufacturer.
The Bible.
Talk to the Bible. Talk to God about what He created and ask Him to help you navigate through this world. Look, I asked Him. So now I'm at the point because I asked Him, He's led me as to how to. You
Mm-hmm.
make your own. I make my own drinks. I make my own salad dressings.
Wow.
I make my own. My point is, if I go back to the Creator, He will help me be creative about making those changes in my health.
Yeah. See the
So go,
yeah.
so go to the Creator. Keep searching for knowledge, and when it comes down to what you're bringing in the body, read those labels.
Yeah. And see, the manufacturer has given us instructions on how to care for this product called the body.
Yeah,
He
Yes.
said everything when he in the book of Genesis, he said it was good for food. It was
Hmm.
good. And so, how can I say this? Many people are eating themselves sick, but others are thinking themselves sick. I believe this, doctor. Health is not an event, it's a lifestyle. Would you
It's a
agree?
lifestyle. It's a lifestyle.
Our
100%.
future, yeah, our future health is being shaped by today's habits. The greatest investment that we can make is investing in ourselves. A healthy body without a healthy mind still creates unhealthy lifestyle. Our health is our responsibility. And the decision to make today become the life you live tomorrow, you can't continue to plant unhealthy habits and expect a healthy harvest because every day your body either is moving towards healing or moving towards a disease. That's what I believe. Mindset determines behavior, behavior determines habits, and habits determines outcomes.
That's why we simply got to go back to 3 John verse 2. I wish above all things
Come on.
that you in health, that you prosper and be in health. But it's going to come through the avenue of the name of this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
The mind. We've got to think in accordance with our creator. We got to come in alignment with his principles
Mm-hmm.
and his meaning. The knowledge is not going to chase me down. I got to go get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So listen,
And I
let's
got to be willing to change my mind when I get that information.
Sorry about that, sir. Great. You got some
No,
more you want to add? Because I'm gonna let you go now.
yeah, no, I'll say the last thing. When he brings the knowledge before me, I've got to be willing to change my mind.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
that's all day long. Because many
Absolutely.
people hear it, well, I'll get to it later on. But at the point I change my mind and I stick with that decision on what's better for my health, it's at that point my health starts to change.
Wow. Wow.
It's going to change here
Yes, sir.
before it changes any other way.
Yeah. So, doctor, how can people reach you? How can you be reached?
Yes, I can be reached if people just simply go to my website, Ellison's Consulting. That's capital. That's ELLISONS Consulting.com. We've already got things set up to where you can request to get in contact with me. You can request some of the books and the products that we have. You can request a consultation or a seminar. It's already laid out there. If you go to Ellison'sConsulting.com, I'd love for you to reach out to me so I can be of greater service to you.
Wow. So y'all heard this on the Mind Changes podcast. So listen, give us some closing thoughts, sir.
Remember, your number one wealth, your health. No wealthy individual that let their money be out there. No, they protect. So I want to encourage you, protect your health by empowering your mind to live a healthier life.
Listen, tonight we've learned that health is much more than numbers on the scale. Health is stewardship. Health is responsibility. Health is discipline. Health is understanding people that God gave us one mind, one body, and one life. See, the reality is this. Your future is being built by your daily choices. Small changes create big results. Better thoughts create better decisions. Better decisions create better habits. Better habits create a better life. Y'all understand me, people? And listen, the challenge tonight is simple. As the doctor says, take one step. He said, drink more water. He said, get more rest. Move your body. Protect your peace. Renew your mind. And remember this powerful truth, everybody. Your life will never outgrow your thinking. Change your mind. Transform your health. Transform your life. This is Lamar Blakney and Dr. Kelvin Ellison reminding you to keep exposing lies to reveal the truth. God bless you, and we'll see you next time on the Mind Changes podcast. You heard it here.
We told y'all we came to expose the lies and reveal the truth. We told y'all we bring in biblical principles of factual truth.